The following podcast contains dwagons, graphic violence, and a well-oiled McConaughey. Viewer discretion is advised. Brick, if anything happens, you know what to do.
No, I have no idea.
Me neither.
Four guys and a movie. Four guys and a movie. Donnie, Brian, Rob, and Joe reviewing movies for the show. Four guys and a movie.
Tanks? And it's pronounced Dargans. Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's the 4 a.m. podcast. It's the magic hour. And none of us at this table can see. That's actually true. It doesn't even
we all
matter.
do require extensive eye
It doesn't
correction.
even matter the light level. Anyway, I'm
My
your
prescription's probably the lightest.
lead dragon slayer. I go by Robert. I'm joined at the table by these other, I don't know, angels. Sure.
I guess that makes me Dead Meat Tony.
Sure.
Right then, I'm Archangel Brick. I'll be greedy.
Okay.
I'm Joe, and I never look back.
That's right. We thoroughly watched. Yes. 2002 is a Reign of Fire. That's correct, right?
Yeah, that's
2002.
correct.
Yep.
Tony,
Rated PG-13.
tell us about the Reagan of Fire.
All right, so directed by Rob Bauman,
Okay.
who great listing here for him.
Filmography going wild over there.
Yeah, a shit ton of TV,
Yeah.
which does include good things like the X-Files.
Okay.
Also includes episodes of Mantis.
There were a lot of bad X-Files episodes.
That is true. The main movies I could find on his list were Airborne, and right after this, he did Elektra.
Holy crap.
Ooh.
Airborne.
Airborne.
I keep forgetting if that's on the list or
What
not.
is Airborne?
Airborne is a weird 90s movie starring some kid that only did one movie and Seth Green. And it's ostensibly about rollerblading,
So Seth Green
kind
twice.
of. But it's just them fucking around for like
Yeah, and
an hour and a half.
I'm probably wrong in this because there's so many movies that are vaguely like this that are just garbage in the garbage pile in my head. But isn't like Jack Black one of the bullies?
Yes, Jack Black's a bully. That's
Okay.
right.
No, I thought that was
forgot about that.
It's not Airheads.
No,
No,
Airheads
no.
is when Adam Sandler and Brendan Fraser take over the radio
And Steve
station.
Buscemi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Steve Buscemi.
Who's clearly not anywhere near their age at that time. But
Hello, fellow kids.
Yeah,
was.
hence the meme. So this movie was unsurprisingly filmed a lot of it in Ireland when they had their first major outbreak of foot and mouth disease in 40 years. So great start.
It was all McConaughey.
They were told they could film in the Isles or in the mountain region as long as they didn't damage anything and they cleaned up after themselves. So that's nice.
Don't put
I'm
any-
sure they failed to do both.
Probably. But
Don't put their feet in any mouths.
But you let a wild McConaughey
Yeah,
loose.
yeah, sounds good.
It's gotta be damaged.
speaking of McConaughey, he did get top billing, even though he doesn't show
Yep.
up until about half hour into the movie.
There's no way he was not permitted to drive that tank. He must have at some point, and he ran something
Yeah.
over with it.
Yeah, I don't know if he was permitted to drive the tank, but
Well,
I'm
that's
sure
what I'm saying.
he did.
He was
yes.
he was told not to.
Oh
but
yeah,
he-
yeah, okay.
I could see him just at the controls, like, all right.
I'm pushing the lever with my dick.
I also love two things. One, I guess Christian Bale originally was going to go full. I think it was The Machinist and be like super scrawny. No.
Every time you say "go full,"
Yeah, I know.
My brain just
I know.
automatically fills
I
in.
know. No, but he was going to be super scrawny because he figured, in this post-apocalyptic world, they're not really eating much.
Yeah.
He'd be super scrawny till McConaughey showed up and he's like, "Oh no, fuck! I'm getting into shape, buddy." I guess McConaughey also asked everyone on set to call him by his character name
Sure.
at all times, even if they saw him out in the streets.
I'm sure he asked them to look at his pecs too.
Probably.
You like these tribal tattoos?
But Alexander Siddig, I guess, said in an interview that he did this, and when he was told this, he said, "All right, we'll have him call me Elvis." That's just kind of funny. And the dragon fire. Well, there's a lot of stuff I was reading that I saved some of it because I thought it was kind of cool. But there's just a ton of stuff about how they built the dragon, even though like you don't get to see it that much. Yeah, well,
Like the dead one?
the dead one, and just in general, like creating the dragon, what it's going to look like, how it's going to move. Apparently, they used this team worked on 102 Dalmatians and made a bunch of digital dogs, and they reworked.
Compiled them together into one dragon.
Not far off. No, they worked on because they had they created a certain program to do all the fur on the dogs.
Yeah.
And they basically reworked that to make scales, which they first tried on the dogs, and they just kind of looked like giant corn on the cobs.
So basically, they created a Falcor.
Sort of. I doubt it was that cool looking, but it's
That's how you
just
get
a
a
scaly dog. It's
I want to see like remember the Shrek outtakes? There's that clip of like the one where Donkey, where all of his fur was just at a 90-degree angle perpendicular to his body.
Yeah.
So he was just a puffball. I want to see one of a dragon where like it did that with all the scales.
Well, I mean, since canonically Donkey bangs dragons in those movies.
could happen.
Yeah, maybe the new one that's coming out will have like a donkey dragon hybrid. With
I mean, don't they already have those? They've had kids.
Yes, they
I've
did.
purged all the Shrek films from
Yeah,
my
you're
You're
brain.
fine.
Yeah. After 2, it's all a blur.
I want to see 101 Dalmatians where all the dogs have scales.
I think it's called Resident Evil with Mila Jovovich.
101
Pretty much.
abominations.
But yeah, like the
101 Damnation.
they also most of the fire, unsurprisingly, was fake. What? But well, it was actually shot and then put in afterwards, which makes sense because
Which made it look worse, yeah.
yes, but it's also horribly dangerous.
Yeah.
So I can't blame them. And apparently that started because at one point they tried making a more practical one, which required, what was it, 2 or 3 foot-long fire hoses that shot petrol out. That they just lit on fire, and it ended up being so hot that no one could stand within 100 feet of it, and it ended up melting a wire that they had buried several feet under the mud. So...
And then Bowman
So-
got a
Yeah.
text from Michael Bay that said, "What are you, gay?"
Yeah. So
Probably.
I want to see who the voice of reason was there, because like if you think about it, you got a Christian Bale, you got a Matthew McConaughey, and a Gerard Butler. They're all just like, shoot me with the flamethrower, it'll burn my shirt off.
Oh yeah, the voice of reason was unnamed PI guy or whatever that was. Like, we can't afford his funeral, so stop.
The owner of the horse.
Also, apparently, big shared universe here, but Jack Gleason was in this movie as a little baby.
Saw his little
Jackie
freaky
Gleason?
face.
Yes, Jackie Gleason. He said, "Bang zoom right to the moon," took out the dragon.
I don't know who Jack Gleason is.
That would be Joffrey from Game of Thrones. And he was also in Batman Begins, which I didn't realize.
Yeah, he was a good guy. Got scared by Scarecrow, right?
I think so.
Apparently, his film career is pretty much over because of Game of Thrones. Like, he is like people hate
All the
him
heat, yeah.
that much that he's like his acting career's done. Like, it translated over from the screen.
Typecast.
I'm
He was-
sure he could probably get past that eventually.
He
but
was in
that's-
the Netflix Sandman.
I mean, Tom Felton, is that the guy's name that played Draco Malfoy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems to be doing all right for himself.
Yeah, but he
People didn't
struggled
hate
too,
Malfoy
and-
anywhere near as much as Joffrey.
That's
There
true.
is also
I guess he
that.
also gets redeemed at the end of those books or something. I can't remember.
Kind of.
Yeah. Don't they name one of the kids after him or something?
No, I don't. Or no, I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know.
want to guess at the budget?
Oh, too much.
Imagine Dragons plus 2.
$2,000.
That's
You got.
not even a number. 52-time cancer.
Well, that's a number, all right.
Did you just realize he never really gives much of a real answer?
He's been participating
Yeah.
recently. I'm going to just say 100 and hope that it's not more.
100 what?
100 what?
100 what?
100 discarded panda teeth will summon Godzilla. $100 million.
That would be the best way to get this movie done.
Then the movie would be a 10 at that point. Like, Yeah, just when McConaughey shows up, just replace him with Godzilla. Gets out of that tank hatch somehow. We're like, all right, cool.
So he has the discarded.
Yeah, I was just gonna
That's
say,
right. He brandishes it.
No one told him he could just use that to summon Godzilla.
to
Yep.
fight the dragon.
And then they could just cross over that, like, the air trooper thing. And
So 100 million.
Yep.
I'm going to say 175 million.
I'll go 200.
150 mil.
$60 million.
Good.
Good. Yeah.
You know what? Good job, guys.
Yeah. At least that explains some of what's happening here.
Want to guess what it made?
Oh,
Not much more than that, I don't think.
yeah.
I'm going to say 150 million.
It'll be lucky if it makes its money back. I'm just gonna go with 60 and see what happens.
120.
75 mil.
It was 82.
Oh, does that mean that I got it?
Yeah.
It did well enough.
No, it didn't.
In the movie's poster, is Matthew McConaughey able to stand up straight?
In the movie's poster?
Yeah.
I believe he's just a head.
Have you ever seen that meme where it's like, why can't Matthew McConaughey stand up straight? And it's all these like all the interchangeable rom-coms that he's done. He's
always leaning,
he's leaning on something, or he's fallen over, or there's none where he's just standing.
And the answer is weed.
Weed, yeah.
I mean,
Fair enough. Yeah, who's in this?
Oh, I didn't look at the cast.
Well,
but
it's
you got
really just three people.
Yeah, you got a Gerard Butler for a bit. You got a Christian Bale, and you got a Matthew McConaughey stealing the top billing. Was that the guy from Deep Space Nine that
That
was
is
Dr.
That's
Bashir?
the doctor.
yeah.
Yeah.
who also was in what was the TV show Batman? But he was Ra's al Ghul. Weirdly enough.
Batman the animated series?
No.
Yeah, I think you might
Gotham.
be right.
It was Gotham.
Oh,
Oh shit! I need to silence my phone.
gasp. Well, while Joe is looking it up, we
Batman
do have a
connection.
test kitchen this week.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
We have Lay's salted caramel potato chips.
Yeah, no one else.
That is.
I don't know what you're
amazing
waiting
dead
for.
Silence.
No one else is in this movie. Like the
Who was the helicopter
the
lady?
helicopter lady was Isabella Scorupco,
Okay.
and
She's somebody. She's been in things.
Who's Jack?
Jack.
Jack Mehoff?
You're talking about the
The
kid,
kid. Yeah.
whose name is actually Jared, but I thought it was Jerry, and I thought I heard Jack. Scott Muthair. I don't.
I
there's-
feel like I've seen him someplace before.
There's a man named Doug Cockle who plays Goosh. I don't know. I don't know who that is.
I don't know either, but I guarantee you right now it's the guy that had the hawk.
Probably.
Somebody cockled my goosh.
I'm just calling that.
I think that happened in VR chat. I cockled somebody's goosh.
I don't want to know what you're doing.
We got these Lay's salted caramel chips. They have no artificial colors or flavors. So
They just have no flavor.
maybe.
Pure
I can't
cardboard.
see this working well. I mean, chips salty, I can see that, but the caramel, I don't know.
They smell like caramel. I'll grant you that. Oh lordy, that's way too many. I'll pass them around. I also tried personally, and I don't know if anybody here has even seen this before. A green apple Gatorade.
We've not.
Yeah. I've tried
They've
that.
had that before.
Oh, okay. This is my first time. And
McConaughey throw that to you from
he did. Yeah. After he kicked the shit out of me. Hydrates better than water.
I can't believe he tried to fight a shirtless, oiled up
Dude,
McConaughey.
really? Like, yeah,
He
we'll have
got
to,
what he
we'll
deserved.
get into that, but man, oh man. I don't know.
yeah.
He thought the power of being Christian Bale was going to be enough on that.
No.
Like, they should have like a B-52 should have flown over and dropped Nicolas Cage into the mix.
So these chips here
Yes,
look like plain Lay's
they
potato
do,
chips.
but
They
they
do
smell.
smell.
They
They
don't smell
smell-
correct.
They smell like caramel.
Different.
Yeah.
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 They kind of smell like cardboard.
They smell like caramel.
They do
Yeah, they
smell
do
like
sweet
caramel.
cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caramel.
All right.
The word you're looking for.
Let's do it. I don't like it.
I taste caramel and potato chip, but not really
Yeah, like
a combination.
Yeah.
yeah.
It tastes like this is dipped in caramel, even
It
though
does.
it's not.
It really does.
That's weird.
It's
It is
like,
weird.
I'm not against it, but I don't really want it.
It's like so close to being like kettle corn, but at the same time
Yeah.
not quite there enough because the corn has that kind of sweetness to it.
Yeah, it's pretty spot
Yeah.
on.
It's kettle corn with like the wrong ratio.
Yeah.
And the wrong texture.
I don't
Yeah, I want it to be kettle corn, but I'm disappointed.
hate it.
I don't hate it either.
I don't love it.
It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's okay. It's different,
It is different.
yeah.
but
It
it's
tastes
not
like-
bad.
Eating regular Lay's while someone's baking.
Huh.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Like they're making caramel on the stove or something. You can smell it really heavily. Well, you know what, Lay's? Points for trying.
Yeah, it's no Thanksgiving Oreo, but like,
Yeah, no. Which I have more of if you guys want. There's still some of those left.
That's like a C for me. Like I'll eat it, but it's
Yeah, I'm gonna put that at a C as well.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be like there's got to be.
Yeah.
We got to be starved for choices before I'll eat it.
But
if it fails, if I don't want to put it in my mouth, it's a fail.
that's not what you said to me.
I'll do it as a C plus.
You're a failure.
You just said you had a headache. Now, I'm gonna eat one of these caramel chips and then drink some of this green apple Gatorade
You going for a caramel
and
apple?
see if I get a caramel apple out of it.
John, is there a dirty move
Good luck.
called a caramel apple?
There will be.
Probably. There will be now.
We're gonna make it happen tonight,
Oh no.
right here live.
Is there a dirty move called bobbing for apples?
I leave.
Probably yeah.
I'm thinking about this way too hard. On to something else.
Actually, that was not bad at all. The caramel apple kind of worked. All right, on to the film.
So
London.
I didn't take a lot of notes for this.
Good. Not a lot happened.
I also didn't pay a lot of attention.
Good.
And on the copy that that I watched, could barely hear what any of them were saying.
Really?
So
That's odd.
I'm not going to give this dialogue a lot of respect,
There isn't
but
much.
it did not give me any.
No.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot to work with here.
Yeah. All right. So this movie,
In fact, you want to jump ahead? I can just say, dragons wake up, and they attack everything, they kill dragons.
I want to talk. Yeah. I mean, that's the movie, but I want to talk about
All right,
like
let's go.
this beginning, like.
Yeah.
So, in order for this scenario to work, there has to be like a bullshit explanation that doesn't make a lot of sense. But the movie's like, well, fuck it, I'm just not going to tell you anything. They just came out of the ground, and there were hundreds and hundreds of them. Every time you killed one, 100 more came.
Well,
yeah.
they were hibernating.
Yeah, because they were apparently so prolific.
I don't know what they were eating underground to stay alive.
Well, that's why they went into stasis.
They were hibernating.
Yeah.
Hibernate, yeah.
Sure.
Which at this point you'd think they would just go into hibernation again since they're all starving again, but
So yeah, I mean,
But they're not starving enough.
I'll give you like dragons traditionally can sleep for a long time where they don't have to worry about eating.
yeah. But this one posits that they are basically locusts.
Wait, what?
That like most stories about dragons,
there
they're
you go.
asleep most
Okay.
of the
Yeah,
time.
they live a long, long time.
Yeah, he was saying that as though this is scientifically proven.
It
not
is.
just-
Shut up. Eat your caramel chips. Send it down.
Sesame cakes.
Give them
Send
to
it
the
to-
dumpster.
Give it to the trash monster.
So, like the movie's just like, when you're asking questions like, how did the dragons
You've immediately
take over
failed.
the world? The movie's just like, they just did, all right.
Yeah, it literally just puts its hand like on your mouth and
Yeah.
face and just rubs it all around so you can't talk or think.
I will say you said hundreds of them, but I don't think it was hundreds of them. But I'm not certain.
No, so Christian Bale, when he's narrating, he said, "When we killed one, hundreds came to take its place."
Yeah.
So implying that there were thousands and millions of them.
Eventually, but I think it's just what one came out of the tunnel,
Yeah,
and then
They woke up the male,
Yeah.
which then
which then I guess chain reaction woke up.
Probably Alduin style caused the others to wake
Okay.
up.
sure, I
Like
guess.
that. It was a big dragon.
And
trap.
okay, I guess maybe multiple nests around the world came active at the same time.
That's what I was curious about.
They
but-
didn't really say any of that.
Again, like I mean, they don't say specifically what year it is when this happens, but it's one of those things where it's just like, and why didn't the dragons? Once people found out that dragons are out and got on the radio, that should be game over. Like,
How did nobody run into a dragon underground before in London?
How you know?
They didn't dig deep enough, Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
They hit the void.
Hit the void.
There was a void, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They broke through the bedrock.
So I'm not going to ask questions about it anymore. But the whole movie, like, I don't.
It's got a very shaky premise.
The whole movie for me, I'm just like, we shouldn't be worrying about this because this will never happen.
Dragons
this
and jazz hands.
Yeah, I just don't care because it would never get to this point. But like, I know you don't have a movie if you don't accept that somehow they took over the world.
Okay, movie. We'll play by your
they
rules.
grow really fast, and
See,
the females can produce.
They just have to say that.
Hundreds.
Yeah, if they could, like, if they heal real quick and grow real fast.
That's what I took from it. I was taking, because this is why I'm thrown off by we only see, I believe, the male bull wake up.
Mm-hmm.
It would have helped me to see like one or two females come out, because I took it as just he came out and then breeded with something, and they breed like motherfuckers, like you said with Logan.
But like,
Tony, nature finds a way.
Yeah.
but he kills one with a fucking harpoon.
Yeah.
So it's like the man pad is gonna rip one of these to shreds, you know. So like, I don't know. This seems like this just wouldn't be a problem. Like if this were set earlier on, you know, where we didn't have shoulder-fired missile launchers and fighter jets, you know. But
We'll see. Yeah, but who can predict what's going to happen in the far-flung year of 2020?
yeah, you know, 2020 of this world,
It was also an
Yeah,
apocalypse.
pretty
of
much,
sorts,
yeah,
but-
like probably better than the 2020 we had.
Yeah, I do like
Yeah,
your
I would've taken
idea of
dragons.
That
you
is
know.
the thing of like, again, I want to be like, you make a good point, Joe, and like, you know, because obviously a good tank or whatever would take these dragons out before they become a menace. But then I remembered like a lot of that shit that was happening in Russia not that long ago, where they just were completely incompetent and like their vehicles were falling apart and all that shit. And
See,
I'm like,
if it started in Russia, maybe that's what happened. They escaped in Russia and bred out
Yeah.
from there. Maybe that works. I don't know.
who knows?
I do like your idea of like
no, they-
World War II era,
Yeah.
like early World War II.
Well,
So
World
they
War
have
II would be
tanks,
worse
but-
because they have like anti-aircraft guns and a lot of trained anti-aircraft
yeah.
gunners. Like that would be the worst time for them to pop up.
So we'll remake this as Reign of Fire -1.
-1, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll make more sense scientifically, or what?
Sure.
Okay, so the dragons wake up, and then
Godzilla
a bunch of
Yeah.
ICBMs just hit them all, and they die. And that's
So that's the other thing. Like, how did it get to the point where they tried nukes?
right.
Because they specifically say that like they nuked all the major cities.
Well, they tried handguns, and those didn't work.
Yeah, so they went
They
right to
jumped to nukes.
yeah. They Starship Troopered it. Like
Yeah.
your options for infantry weapons are pointless assault rifle and nuclear missile
Yeah, nobody
launcher.
had thought to point a harpoon at them.
Again, on its own, this sounds stupid, but in the past few years, I think this might happen.
I don't know. The one thing both sides in the Ukraine war have been remarkably good at is air denial, like keeping the skies clear.
I think, and this may be a racism, but I think if you put a dragon over Japan, it's gonna get a harpoon in it.
Yeah.
It's going to turn into a dragon roll.
Yep. We're gonna whale the shit out of those dragons.
So yeah, I'm done. I'm
Cut their
done
wings
complaining
off and
about
throw 'em
that. I
back
just
into the sky.
I have to. It just doesn't make sense how we get to the
Yeah.
point that this
Yeah,
movie
no,
presents.
It's far-fetched.
Yep.
I think we were also talking while watching it that they do oddly seem to take quite a while before they stop taking photos.
The dragons?
No, you were talking about how like Time magazine has like a cover
yeah,
where
yeah.
they have a fabulous shot of like 100 dragons burning London. And it's like, who the fuck?
Yeah, time.
Yeah. Why are you
magazine.
still
that.
distributing this? Like,
Yeah, the end of the world.
Who's
question
buying
mark?
your magazine?
Right. Who's producing and distributing
Well-
this highly flammable magazine?
That one I'll kind of buy because maybe that America's producing that while London burns. It's terrible, but
Yeah.
That
again,
that tracks.
plausible. Yeah.
So, is it possible that Perfect Dark is the sequel to this?
No.
Perfect.
That they're
What is
that they're
Perfect?
related?
What is
Perfect
Perfect
Dark
Dark?
with
You mean
Vin
Pitch
Diesel.
Black?
Yeah, that.
Perfect Dark's a video game.
He got me.
Oh.
He got me.
And
You knew what he was talking about?
John is starting to meld with the singularity. That
Oh
is
no,
Brick.
it's been
you
ongoing
gotta go
for
see a
quite
doctor,
some
John.
time.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah, I guess because you tend to resist it more than
Well, because
me or Joe have been
if
able
the
to do.
dragons were related to that species, but they changed as they spread throughout
On a
the
whole
galaxy.
different planet.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, I'm not going to humor that anymore.
Please move on.
This movie, it's remarkable in that it is both able to waste time and move too quickly at the same time. Like it's not a long movie, but it doesn't do anything, and it's full of things that are like, why do I care? Like we see the moment young Christian Bale like climbs in the nest and gets on the elevator to escape with his mom, and the dragon crushes his mom, and you're like, okay, we could have used that time to, explain how the dragons actually took over the world.
Right, like there
But-
could have just been a flashback after, like when he's explaining to the helicopter lady.
Or could just
like,
not have this pointless
or not
subplot
have
at all.
any-
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Well, it's his motivation.
yeah.
for being a big
Yeah,
puss.
yeah.
Although I would have cut more the pointless, like we're digging into the ground to make the castle bigger. But we
That's-
also don't explain how we got a castle.
That's so we
And just-
could see a shirtless Christian Bale.
And I'm assuming,
I'm sure you could have found a better way to do
I'm
that.
assuming where they got a castle is where it
Well,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but like we see him as a child,
Yeah.
in this whatever thing digging underground, and a dragon comes out. Then we see him in a castle somewhere in Ireland. Like, I feel like there's a lot of steps we could have investigated in between that. But,
Well, they're still in England, but the
or
castle's in
England,
Ireland.
whatever.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
filming.
Sorry, yes, that's why I'm.
All right. So this little young Christian Bale, his mom gets killed because the male dragon crushes the cage. And then, we find out dragons have conquered the world. And we cut to a shirtless Christian Bale in a mine digging out under a castle in 2020 AD, Northumberland. Gerard Butler's here too. Yay.
Hey.
Yay.
And oh my God, it's Gerard Butler using his accent.
Yep.
Not something you get to see very often.
And
Just surprising.
we meet this guy Eddie. He wants to go forage some tomatoes. Christian Bale's like, you ain't doing that.
They're not ready to be picked, bro.
Yeah, they're not. You're going to kill the crop, and then we're not going to be able to survive
You
the winter.
harvest them too early, we won't be able to plant the seeds.
Eddie's like, I don't care. I lost my wife. I've lost these other kids. I'm going to do it.
I don't care who else dies.
And
I need to
Christian,
pick some tomatoes.
That is a thing that I don't, again, isn't really directly referenced, but I kind of gathered from this movie, which is he's just like, I still have 2 kids left. My wife is dead. I don't want to be here anymore. Fuck, I'll take every suicide mission that comes. Just get me out of this shit.
So they basically Christian Bale takes the keys to the car, and he's like, "You're going nowhere. You're mine for 3 minutes." He's like, "What are you gonna do? Fight me?" And he's like, "No."
I don't do that.
Because Gerard Butler's like,
Yeah, Gerard
you
Butler's
fight
there.
him, you're gonna fight me
Yeah.
too.
And then we cut to possibly my favorite part of the movie, where we're watching Gerard Butler and Christian Bale reenact the Return of the the Empire Strikes Back,
Yeah.
where Luke gets his hand cut off for a bunch of kids, and they're all like, "Yay!" And I was like, "Remember when Star Wars was cool?"
That's exactly what the
Yeah.
3 of us had.
I mean, I guess Kennedy did step down today, so
What?
Yeah.
Okay, again, I'm going to do the jazz hands again.
Wait, what happened?
Dragons.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully. You're thinking of completely a different thing, Brick.
Not RFK
Not
Jr.
RFK.
Calm down.
Oh,
Kathleen Kennedy stepped
He is
down.
not involved
The
in
only
Star
Kennedy
Wars.
that's hated more than RFK Jr.
But as
Well,
Admiral Akbar once said,
Yeah,
it's
it's a trap.
It's a trap. Because it's just being taken over by Dave Filoni, the same retard
Oh,
who's
is
been doing
it?
it this whole time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes. So it's not any
Oh,
better. It's
no.
still gonna be
It might be
exactly the
worse.
same. It might be worse.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it depends on exactly how much
Isn't
of
it?
the shit was being pushed out by Kathleen Kennedy versus what he was down for.
Yeah.
I know how much he was down for. He has his hands all over that fucking book of Boba Fett, so...
Yeah, I don't know enough about
Anyway.
who did what.
Yeah, like it doesn't
He's
matter.
in Book of Boba
Everyone
Fett.
involved in the studio should be fired.
But what,
period,
no.
and then just
wasn't Favreau doing
Die.
the Book of
no,
Boba
he
Fett?
did
No,
Mandalorian.
he did Mandalorian.
like the first two.
Filoni
seasons.
did Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, okay.
Favreau, if they gave it to Favreau, I might
Yeah,
be
like,
interested. But
Favreau usually does a good enough job.
Yeah, but again, Favreau started doing Iron Man, and now Marvel just
Yeah, now he's like, I don't.
yeah. Anyway, that's ooh, that one's
Yeah.
anyway.
So-
Disney, do better.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do better, Mickey.
So now, after the
or let it go.
after they reenact the return or the Empire Strikes Back, they kneel down for what I labeled the coward's prayer, which is basically it's just like when you're awake, you keep both eyes to the
On the
su-
skies.
on the skies. When you're asleep, you keep one eye on the skies. When he shows up, you run as fast as you can,
dig
and you
down,
never look
dig
back.
Deep,
Yeah.
and yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the same
Ostrich
prayer
as
Alex
much as
Jones
possible.
says every night.
Yeah.
Probably.
Now
I do
mean,
also. He's like, I'm gonna get all these children together. We're gonna say our chant so that they always live in constant
That's right.
terror.
Let's scare
Yeah.
the shit out of these kids.
Well, for me, like, it's not. I'm not saying like I'm some tough guy that would be like, let's go kill these dragons. 'Cause, like, I know how that would end, but I would at least be like, you make sure your buddies are okay.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, you keep track of how close you are to the nearest tunnel or thing
Yup.
you could hide under. Like more practical advice than just be afraid all the time and
Yeah.
run.
Also, I like the idea of like when you see him dig deep, dig hard. Like what with your hands?
Yeah, what does that even
like,
mean?
Dig Dug.
Yeah, dig dug.
Dig dug.
Get under a blanket, everybody.
Well, that's also jumping ahead a little, but when he's like, oh, geez, when that one kid is like, shit is bad or whatever, and like, they said something scary, and I want to sleep with you. It's like, well, yeah, you did this, dude.
Yeah.
Like, they're
Yeah.
in constant fear because this is how you taught them to be.
You can't be doing duck and cover during the dragon apocalypse.
So some kid, I think his name's Liam, wants to sleep in Christian Bale's room, in Quinn's room.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, sure. And then we see Eddie
Unnecessary scene.
yeah,
Did not need it
gets
at all.
some people together to go forge
it's just
again.
to show how he's like a father to all these
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah. And
Quinn-
to show how terribly he's raising them.
And how it has no spine and can't say no.
So they go, like Eddie and his guys go tomato foraging. They get spotted by the whoever's Gooch or whatever his name is in the lookout.
Hawkman?
Gooch.
I don't know.
Hawkman, yeah. This guy is, I mean, he's reasonably cool. Apparently birds are really good at spotting dwagons, so he...
I would hope so. They're
yeah.
gigantic.
Well,
So,
I think the birds are more like you're watching the bird to see when it shits itself.
Yeah, yep.
Well, yeah, the
Oh, I almost just did.
And then he has a scope
Animals
that he
react
looks
first.
through.
Is it time, John?
It's getting close.
We crowning?
So he
How far apart are your contractions?
he sounds the alarm. We get Quinn and what the hell's Gerard Butler's character McCready or Creedy.
Creedy.
The two of them don their fireproof suits and get in fire trucks and go off to rescue these tomato thieves.
So, I do want to bring up when the tomato thieves first get there,
Yep.
they all take a big bite out of what looks like an apple.
No, those were tomatoes.
They crunched.
Because they're not ripe.
Yeah.
That is
Or
horrible.
honestly, though, like if you just take a bite out of just a tomato right off the vine, it'll make a bit of a crunch.
Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah.
hard
Yeah,
off
this
the
was
vine.
a substantial.
I mean, the
crunch.
Foley artist
Well,
was
the
probably
Foley
biting
guy
an
got
apple.
carried away.
All right.
Standing there with the celery.
It's like, shit, I can't find my squish sound file.
Yeah.
We'll substitute the apple crunch. Nobody will notice.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, then,
It's dragon fruit.
yeah.
Okay.
So now the dragon shows up, and I
That's a
have
real
questions
thing,
because it's like it burninates a guy, then it like makes a ring of fire,
Yep.
so it can rain on fire around the tomato. It's the tornado now, the tomato orchard, and they show up they got the fire trucks. They're spraying water on everywhere. They get everyone in the trucks. They drive off. There's some van fuckery or truck fuckery, and then we see the dragon. He's not interested in them.
Yeah.
He's interested in the tomatoes, eating
Yeah.
the ash of the tomatoes that he lit on fire.
Yes.
And I'm like, can't the dragon just do that at any time? Because the tomatoes are just right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These starving dragons. Do they like not come by this area?
Yeah.
Like I don't get it.
It was the human activity that attracted their attention.
See, that's the thing. I think we're led to believe them going out there caused the dragon to notice
Yeah.
this thing for the first time, but there's no.
Big old field of tomatoes.
Yeah, it's also like, did that dragon see them from like thousands of miles away? Like, nothing makes sense for that.
And have the dragons like eaten every kind of creature that would go to a tomato field that they would follow to it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if
It
that's
just-
the case, your ecosystem
Yeah,
is
it
fucked.
seems
You're not
weird.
making it back,
I think
This choice that they
definitely the
eat
case.
ash instead of they eat meat.
which
Yeah.
makes no
So,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
like if
Yeah.
they eat ash, like
Well, they fly with holes in their wings. There's a lot about
They
them
fly
that
with
doesn't
holes in
make
them,
sense.
but like I can understand the argument of like, well, they're eating carbon directly, but the volume of carbon that they would have to eat to sustain a body of that size is just, it doesn't make
yeah,
sense.
so like what's the difference if they just like burn a tree? versus,
Exactly.
Like a
Yeah.
Did you see
person
any
or-
trees?
I think
Well,
they
yeah,
have.
Not anymore.
I think the idea is they burn everything, but then that gets into like when we see much later on, with the whole them starving and like actually eating each other. It's like, well, I see a lot of building left. Just, why aren't you burning that to the ground?
Yeah, it's like,
it just
well, yeah, and they're like, are there not rainforests left? Is like, how
I
decimated
think-
is the planet? Do you not migrate to find more food?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
what
know.
do you-
I think we're led to believe they are everywhere, and there's not
It's
much
one
of
of those
anything
things.
left anywhere.
Like I appreciate they tried something different, but it would have just made more sense if they were just obligate carnivores.
Yeah.
And
yeah, just hunting the humans.
yeah,
yeah,
And actually later when they do eat their own, they don't burn it first.
yeah,
it would have
Well,
made more sense.
Well,
Like,
he grabs it and carries it away. We don't know.
yeah.
how.
Maybe
Oh,
he
okay.
torches
All right.
it.
Yeah.
if it was like, oh, you fools, like the dragon has now seen you, and now it knows that this is our plants, and dragons are smart, and so now they burned it just to be a dick. That
Yeah.
would be
see,
like,
that's the other
okay,
thing.
They're trying to starve us out.
Actually, yeah,
whatever.
now that I'm thinking about it, it starts here. I didn't realize it until later on, but like the dragons seem to be 100 times smarter than all the humans in this fucking movie.
Well, yeah.
I guess it, I don't know, somehow laid a trap or found a way to track them. I don't know, but again, would have been nice to get some answers. But
So we cut back to a flashback that confirms that Quinn is the sole survivor from that mine that the bull dragon escaped from. And a military convoy arrives, and the compound goes to full battle stations. And we see there's a fucking tank driving up the road, and there's some other trucks with it. And then we see they're looking through their binoculars, and Quinn or Crady identifies that it's Americans. They're worse than dragons.
he's right.
Now, John, you are expert on dragon lore here. Is it true that Americans are worse than dragons? You're also an American, so I figure.
Do Americans look
you have
cooler
dual
than dragons?
qualifications here.
Yeah. I mean, dragons are cooler than just about anything. So, I mean, that by default makes them better than most Americans.
Fair, fair.
Well,
don't know,
I know damn well if you had to pick, even like if you could mix and match.
Anyone here at this
If I had
table?
to pick between being a dragon or an American.
Oh no, that I know absolutely what your answer would be. But I was also saying, like, if you could hang out with either like 10 of any people or 10 dragons, you're taking at least like 9 of those dragons.
Well, I mean, that depends. If we're talking Rain of Fire dragons, no thank
Well,
you.
yeah, I mean that's
Those guys suck.
So
I can't see at night or in the.
Dusk.
I mean, granted, you're basically describing me. Can't see anything during dusk.
eats just ash.
It's just ash. We'll burn things out of
Birds,
spite.
Yeah,
Burns all their food.
is actually secretly female.
Is actually secretly female. Just needs a big bull to come fertilize.
oh god, can we stop now?
Sorry, I've been at the milking gardens too much.
Wow.
I think Tony almost barfed there.
I don't even know what that is. I don't want to know.
Oh, I'll learn you.
Nope.
So the tank deploys a McConaughey.
Yep.
Just
And
right out the
just
barrel.
right out the commander's hatch.
Just gets fired at the door.
And he comes out just he is shaven except for a goatee, well oiled, just radiating testosterone. exuding it through his tribal tattoos.
And his sleeveless pilot's jacket.
He
And
puts
his cigar.
he puts his arms up in a "I want to do diplomacy" / "I'm a birdie" motion.
I thought it was just, he got rendered in T-pose again.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. He's in the
Yep.
default T-pose.
Also, quick question.
It added the bones to the
I didn't start looking for this till later on, but at any point is that cigarette or that cigar ever lit?
No.
Okay. Yeah, he never actually smokes it. He just
No, then
slowly
then he'd run out of
chews
cigar.
it and
He
eats
just
it.
eats
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
He just
Okay.
wants
He
it. He
slowly
has an oral
eats the
fixation
cigar.
with the
Okay.
cigar.
Just want to make sure.
It started with the barrel of the tank, but they said you got to stop.
It
doing
does
that.
get shorter. It does get
Oh
shorter.
yeah,
over
that's
time.
why I wondered.
Yeah.
I was like, is he eating this or
Yeah,
smoking
he's
it? But
slowly
he's eating
absorbing
it.
it.
Yeah, my initial thought was he was like trying to show that he was unarmed, which is
Yes.
Yes, I believe that's what.
He wanted to parley.
yeah.
So we find out. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, John, I cut you off.
No,
I think that was the end of it.
We find out that McConaughey's name is Van Zandt, and he wants to come in and refuel his artillery and get some food or whatever.
So he
And-
pulls up to a castle instead of a gas station.
Right. Well, obviously, a castle would have fuel for a helicopter and a tank.
Exactly.
And there aren't any gas stations anymore. The dragons burned and ate them all.
Yeah. That's the best ash.
Yeah, actually, if you could eat ash, do you think you could just like bite the hose off the gas station and just start sucking down
I
gasoline?
mean, like at that point, like you could theoretically just burn anything that's made of carbon, right?
Yeah.
And just eat the ash.
Yeah.
Just suck out a car's tailpipe.
It's like
So anyway,
burn dirt long enough, I guess. Just eat that.
What kind of fuel does an attack helicopter take? Is it anything special or just
yeah, they're
diesel or?
they're the only ones that you like. The military runs almost everything on a fuel called JP8, but helicopters require a more volatile mix. That's why when they crash, they almost always burst into flames.
Yeah. Helicopters run on Baja Blast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which,
I identify as an attack helicopter.
You need more. There's more outside. Yeah.
but yeah, that which made it all the more curious when he stops and says, we need more fuel. It's like, from these people?
Yeah,
like,
what
the
fuel
fuck?
do
Yeah,
they
that's
have?
my point. It's
Yeah.
like,
Grinding up a bunch of kids.
The rendered fat of the unbaptized.
well, that's what they're digging for under the castle. They're not trying to make the castle bigger. They're trying to get attack helicopter fuel
Sure.
out of
Yeah.
the ground.
You said we were baptized.
So-
Papa? No, I just baptized you in the fear of dragons.
So Christian Bale's like, yeah, you're sketchy as fuck. Why don't you just move on? And he's like, check this out. I got this discarded dragon tooth from a dragon I killed. And
Oh.
Christian Bale's like, you got that at the Halloween store, man. That is not a convincing dragon
He's like,
tooth.
well, but I'm a coward, so come on.
Like honestly, John with his 3D printer and his paints could make a better looking dragon tooth than that one.
That's fair.
When I saw it, I immediately thought of the rancor tooth.
Yeah.
I was
maybe
going
you
to
thought
say,
of
I think
Spirit
the
Halloween.
Rancor tooth John makes is bigger too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not a put down of John's abilities. I'm just saying,
No,
like,
yeah.
this tooth was like
And he
fucking.
took the smallest tooth.
Yeah.
Sad.
So he's like, all right, I had an epiphany. There's a magic hour. They could see well during the day. They could see even better at night. But they can't focus on anything at dusk. It's the magic hour. And Christian Bale's like, okay, I guess you're going to run the door down with the tank if I don't let you in. He says, like, we could do this easy or we could do this real easy. So he's like, come on in, I guess.
Sure.
So then Gerard Butler is trying to be the voice of reason here. Creedy's like, what are you, mad? Well, you're letting them in. Then he sees a helicopter and he's like, oh, helicopter, that's cool. And there's a lady flying it. That's even better.
Mile High Club.
Yep. And then we meet the Archangels. They have a lifespan of 17.5 seconds when they jump out of the helicopter. And I'm sitting there, and like right at the introduction of these guys, I am just like, this better not work. Like, this is how they hunt dragons.
Uh-huh.
To be fair,
skydiving.
largely doesn't.
Yep.
It is basically a children's toy commercial.
Yeah, I'm sitting there, I'm like,
I mean, that is basically how all of the characters that get told this is what we do react. They're like, okay.
yeah.
See the kid's
Like,
hand
this
come
is-
down with a little helicopter. He presses the button on the side, and a little net flies out.
Yeah.
Hits the dragon, and then the dragon falls down.
Uh-huh.
This or night arrows, which is more dumb?
Night arrows?
Probably night arrows.
What were the night arrows?
Remember in Timeline where they could own it's a
don't
night
remember
siege where they're
anything of
firing flaming arrows, and they apparently they could only fire flaming arrows because the English noble's like, I have a secret weapon, night arrows, and they are just arrows that they didn't light on fire and fired them at the end. They're like a surprise for the French.
They actually did have night arrows that were they're painted black.
Yes,
Yeah,
they are painted
but-
black. But acting like that is the height of technology
yeah.
is so stupid.
And
I
it's the
can't.
dark
We're
of night.
We're so sneaky.
Yeah, we'll give the stupid
They
award to
won't
night
be able to
arrows
see
on
his
this
arrows
occasion.
at night because we painted them black.
So night arrows is just like this man has a preposterous idea that everyone's just humoring him on because he's in charge. This is like you're actively just getting men killed.
Yes.
With this one.
Well, yeah, you're talking basically the difference between Operation Human Shield and Emperor's New Clothes.
Yeah.
Like,
mean, I'll
they're
put it-
both terrible,
I'll put it
just
this
in
way.
very different ways.
Maybe this will change it up. So night arrows is a person with limitless resources coming up with a very stupid idea. This is people with very limited resources
And manpower.
and manpower
Using them poorly.
doing the best they can with what they've got, but doing it poorly.
If
Yeah,
they took that
that's
harpoon
questionable.
gun and mounted that on the side of the helicopter,
Yes.
It looks like
and
they only had one harpoon though.
you could make more harpoons.
Yeah,
Like that's better than just skydive
it's still.
and then hope
What
the
you're
dragon
saying-
chases you.
Skydive with net guns.
Keep in mind, yeah, what you're saying is if they only had one gun, it's still best to put that person in a catapult first so they can fire
Yeah.
while flying through the air.
Yeah.
Like, that's not. No.
Okay, even then, like fire the damn nets out the side of the helicopter.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
fucking
fair.
like send a guy like so. If you fail, you're parachuting where the dragon. You're just like, hi, dragon.
Yeah. Also, these nets were
Yeah.
insanely small.
If
That's
there's
why
more
their
than one,
average lifespan is 17.5
yeah.
seconds.
But that also makes me have to question, did you show up with like 7,000 people originally? Because you're obviously
you did.
losing.
you had 200.
I get, but like most of those people I thought were ground people, but are those
Yeah.
all just garbage in the waiting? Like,
Uh-huh.
like hey,
He jammed
yeah,
30 of them into
you
the
drive the
helicopter.
tank until we run out of people in the helicopter.
Does anyone-
And you're going up.
Does
My
anyone
ammo's
want
made
to
out of
commit
meat.
suicide? Can I at least convince you to become an archangel?
Yeah.
Now, they have this system where they put like these survey things in the ground so they can triangulate something.
Well, it
Yeah.
establishes radar.
Yes.
That's
Right.
not how radar works, but
But it doesn't seem to benefit the people in the air at all.
Well, it kind of does because it quickly alerts them that there's a dragon directly behind
Right.
them.
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know how that works, but
so that helicopter, I don't think like it should have radar, but I don't know if it would be kitted with it or not. It might not always have it. It's not like a gunship or an attack helicopter that would always just have radar. But like when this battle starts, you're sending a helicopter and 3 guys on motorcycles. That's your weapon system against the dragon.
Yep.
And you have a fucking chieftain tank. So the motorcycles deploy these 3 pointless sensors called verticals that make a 3D sort of radar thing.
yeah,
guess.
if you don't like think about it at all,
Yeah.
It's-
Why didn't they just put one in the courtyard of the castle?
well, because 3, and then you can triangulate.
But like,
yeah, you can
Why
start
wasn't
by
one of
putting
the
one
3
in
in
the
the courtyard?
courtyard of the castle.
Well, yeah. Well, no, in the courtyard of the castle, you'd have obstacles.
Yeah, it would obstruct.
put it on the tower.
They were intentionally trying
Yeah.
to put them on top.
So
I
they-
suppose it
they
could
need
also
line of
have-
sight with one
hills.
another.
So there's
Again, it's not explained, but it could also have a limited range, so they need to
Yeah.
be.
Oh, it's very limited. Yeah.
Dragon magic.
also one of those vehicles driving around has a radar on it, like that you can clearly see.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't work. I don't
yeah,
know.
it's just for show. The batteries ran out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the other. Like, they never use the tank, but I don't know if they can still use the tank.
Yeah. So
Modified big wheels.
So there's a guy named Piscatella. He's driving around with his vertical. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna drive up this hill and get eaten." And everyone's going like, Piscatella, where are you? Where are you?
Hey, is this a mountain bike?
So Quinn's
Am I on
like,
a mountain bike?
I'm gonna go, out on my horse and get this vertical. And then
Mr.
we see the
Hansen.
archangels jump out of the helicopter, which the dragon is aggressively nuzzling.
Yeah.
Like if it touches the helicopter, that helicopter's done,
Yeah.
and it's probably decapitating
Yeah.
the dragon
Well,
in the process.
it wouldn't even need to touch it. With,
Yeah, just disturb the air near
with
it.
wings of that
Yeah.
size.
That's
yeah, it
yeah.
would-
That was my first thought is they get shocked when they finally get this radar working because it's directly behind them. I'm like, I feel like you would notice that when you have to like, hold tightly to the controls because your thing is jerking around and whatever. Like,
Oh, it's jerking all right.
Yeah, the moment it's under the rotors, the downforce is going to wiggle the helicopter to shit.
I also found it weird because before they jump, they have the one guy who's the bait, and they tell him to do some kind of signal when the dragon's down. I'm like, we all know he's not making it. Like,
But he's really
Also,
good.
you're not
He's
gonna
like
see
a
him.
masturbator, Tony.
So the masturbator, you know what they don't give him? An altimeter.
yeah,
Or any
This
lube.
motherfucker does not know when to pull his chute, and just splats into the ground.
Yep. Yeah.
they also apparently know, even though he is a masturbator, they never taught him to even just count to get a rough
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Tactics. We have.
So,
It's
They have
kind of
no-
hard to keep a good count when there's a dragon trying
Yeah.
to eat your
There
ass.
sure is, but try and do something so
Yeah.
this doesn't happen.
Yeah. Also, though, the moment you open that chute, you're dead. That dragon is just
Yeah,
going to
well,
murder
yep.
you.
Although one guy, I guess, survived.
well,
so,
I think that's why they were like, well, don't open your chute until it's down.
yeah.
Yeah, the idea
But
is
it's
they,
like,
they shoot the chain nets on the dragon's wings, and the dragon
Will fall.
falls faster than they do.
But
And the first guy down.
they shoot the chain net on the dragon's wings, and he's just like, get this off me.
Yeah.
That's it.
This is bullshit.
Well, that's the other, because I'm thinking, we didn't quite get into this, but the bait guy basically just goes just rockets straight down into the ground. He's a puddle.
like for their
But-
for their plan to. Well, go ahead.
I was just going to say, even in a better case scenario, odds are real good. By the time he opens the chute, it's far too late to be effective.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I don't know.
There,
I mean, again, 17 minutes, whatever.
for their plan seconds for
Seconds,
their
sorry.
plan to work, they basically would have to net the dragon immediately after disembarking the helicopter. And it would have to hit the ground seconds later, then they would deploy their chutes.
Yep.
So if in the first 3 seconds anything goes wrong, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Which, again, matches the 17-second thing, but
Uh-huh.
this isn't a time where we have people to spare. So,
Yep.
yeah,
So
just
let me
dumb.
lay it out for you. This Bowman guy heard something about when you jump out of a helicopter, you have 17 and a half seconds before you hit the ground. And he built a plot around that.
No, I think he's like, this sounds cool. This is a thing, I thought of these different things and it sounds really cool. And it does seem cool. This is that military style, Navy SEALs or whatever. We have these cool tactics. We have these cool nicknames and all this other stuff. And just never really thinking, oh, this would be a terrible idea to do every time you fought a dragon. Because all 3 of these people are dead.
Yeah.
Every time. Well, I guess one survived, but
So
Yeah.
this convoluted and ultimately dangerous plan, of course, does not work. It is as effective as you would think. So what ends up working is Quinn is the bait. The dragon chases him on his horse. Van Zant mans a harpoon gun, shoots a harpoon into the dragon, which just causes it to slam in the ground and die. And at that point, I'm like, if that's all it takes to kill a dragon, this should not be a problem. But no, I'm like, okay, movie, sure. We do.
I'm thinking all the missiles that would have had to have been somehow ineffective.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
the 50 caliber hitting it.
Yep.
Would,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A typical skydive lasts 5 to 6 minutes, with approximately 50 seconds of that spent fall and 4 to 5 minutes on the parachute.
But I think most of those are in planes, and I think helicopters have a lower
Yeah,
operating
they do.
altitude. So
But also, I think it's 17.5 seconds till the dragon just eats you out of the sky.
Yeah.
Now, John, this dragon had what, like 100-foot wingspan?
That feels about right.
Probably.
Okay. And the nets they were shooting, what, about 6 feet wide?
I don't know. We didn't get a really good look
Yeah.
at what those looked like.
It looked like they just covered the little claws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like
I mean,
to me.
again, I would say like the helicopter, you don't have to do much to a wing to fuck it up.
True,
and
like they could have used,
but
I think, probably regular artillery.
this thing is
for that.
flying with holes all over its wings.
Yeah.
Like apparently, like you could just blast holes in the wings and it's still flying. So I don't think the chains are
To a
going to do
point.
anything.
To a point.
Also,
But I mean, these wings are way past
Yeah,
that
they're
point.
pretty messed up.
Also, I think even more than that is if even saying these chains work, that is questionable certainly. But if they do work, as you said, if you fire them from the helicopter
Yep.
or fire them from the ground, they'll be just as effective.
Yep.
So there's no advantage to killing 2 of the 3 people you have on this mission.
Yeah, like the people jumping out of the helicopter, they're not going to have a whole lot of maneuverability because most of their motion is just down.
Yeah.
So you might as well just have a bunch of net cannons from the ground.
Yeah.
Because you're pretty much dumb firing them anyway.
Which that's the other thing is like these, as much as we want, we're joking about having 10,000 men or whatever and all these other different people with them. These people we see on this mission seem to have some special equipment and training to do this. So they can't just be replaced by anybody. And yet you're burning through them like they're matchsticks. Like,
Well, that's why there's the one guy that's been doing it for 8 years versus the other ones.
I guess.
Last
Still.
17 and a half seconds.
You know why
So-
he's been doing it for 8 years?
Because he's not the bait.
So I'll give the movie some props. This scene where we're inspecting the dead dragon, we're seeing some pretty good dragon gore, and like Matthew McConaughey walks up on this thing with this axe that he's like cobbled together from a bunch of other stuff. The axe looks cool. He looks badass. The dragon gore looks cool. I'm like, all right, this like 10 seconds is pretty neat. He chops it in the face, and then party time at the Citadel.
Yeah.
And the movie, they were like, what song are we going to use? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And of course, it's Let Me Stand Next to Your Fire. I'm like, fuck you, movie. And so the people that live at the castle are partying because the dragon's dead. And Van Zant shows up and he just poops right in the punch bowl. He's like, I killed 3 of my men today by doing something dumb. All right, don't celebrate that. Dragons feed on ash and death, and this world's all burned, and you disgust me. Blah blah blah. I'm walking out of here. You're like, okay, man, sure. I know you're sad that men died, but like you killed those men. Like your orders killed those men.
Also,
Party needs
this
a
is
poop.
Yeah, that's why we invited you.
Also, this is the most positive thing that's happened to us in the past 20 years.
Yep.
So, maybe give it to us.
Also, like, is anyone like chopping up that dragon meat? And,
For real.
Yeah.
Nah.
you better. Your tomato crop just went up in smoke.
Like later on,
Make some
dragon.
dragon jerky.
Food for days.
later on they infer that it's very stank, and that dragons can't stand the smell of their own dead.
Cool, but no.
But yeah,
Yeah,
like
you-
humans are gonna want to.
You'd be amazed what a man will eat when he's starving to death.
Yeah.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also wonder because,
Rotting
like,
chicken.
some of these people must have played a video game. Somebody would think like maybe dragon hide is good against the dragon fire
Yeah,
or
maybe.
something.
Just put that on the side of the building.
Yeah, no. Well, I guess we're just gonna like leave this to rot here and take its smallest tooth so
Hey.
can make a necklace.
We
Fuck
tried
you.
that, but then the dragons thought the building was another dragon and started humping it.
Yeah.
Hey,
No, but even-
dragons are pretty big, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and their bones would probably be big too, right? Mm-hmm. You could probably like make harpoons
Probably.
with
Yeah,
bones.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be strong enough to
And I bet
pierce
that's
them,
exactly
yeah.
what's happening in Japan. Where they're no-
In Japan, they've
All the
rebuilt all their
But
skyscrapers with
yeah,
dragon
people are
parts.
riding
all the
around
dragons are
on the
dead.
dragons now.
They've already mastered them all.
like shitty
yeah,
kids play toys out of dragon.
Even at the very least, if they're like, well, I'm just gonna leave it out there to rot because it smells, which fuck all the people that live there, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Sucks
But
for
even
you.
if that is your plan, rip it up and spread it around your
Yeah.
whole area. Hell, take some of it over those fucking plants.
Oh, they
and
did.
stick it
That's
in
what I was
fertilizer.
referring to.
for fertilizer. Well, I just meant like
No, he-
make a stink line.
He did, yeah.
He did
did that?
actually do
Okay,
Yeah,
that.
that's
yeah.
where
I
they
missed
actually
that.
talked about how they hate the smell of
Oh,
their.
okay.
It
I
was
missed
in
that
the-
part. I'm
it was,
sorry.
like, in the garden.
So now, what you call
So
it?
why
like,
is your only garden like 3 miles away? But now,
Yeah, I don't know. Van Zandt is Burnin is dead now, and we have the moment that sums up this movie. So like Quinn comes up to him and he's like, "Van Zandt, what are you doing here?" Van Zandt's like, "I lead, you follow. What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "What are any of us doing here?" Like, I'm only watching this. 'cause
We're making
I
bad
made a
decisions.
commitment to 4 other
Dragon.
guys. Like, what the fuck is this movie even doing?
Also, if the hypothesis is that you go out to harvest the things, your movement will trigger the dragons being like, oh, something's afoot. Burning a pyre of people is probably also going to be some
Yeah.
kind of a signal
Yeah.
of something is afoot.
There's
Also,
good ash right
There's
there.
ash. You're just doing it for the dragons
Yeah.
now.
I wondered that from very early on because they show. I think it's the night scene when the guy first goes out to sneak away to that garden. Like, there's a shit ton of like floodlights on and stuff. I'm like, that seems like a terrible idea if you're trying to hide from dragons. But all right.
Okay, so we now get a scene where like the actual purpose of the movie is discussed, or Van Zandt's talking about his plan, and he's dropping some information on how dragons work. So start with the easy one: the dragon fire being a 2-part reactive chemical. I think that's pretty reasonable. I don't have any problems with
No,
that.
they've done that before.
Yeah, there are bombardier beetles can do that.
That
Like,
is
it's
one of
just
the
on a
things I
larger
read
scale.
that caused them to go this route. Was the
Yeah.
bombardier beetle. That and spitting cobras, I think, were the main.
Then
influence.
he throws out that all of the dragons are females. They all lay eggs, and then there's one male that comes along and fertilizes them,
And
like
that's Matthew McConaughey.
like in certain fish. And I'm like, in those fish, there's one male in that area,
Right.
Yeah.
But there's other males.
So,
like,
so I was thinking about this. What if they drop the London mail? They're all celebrating. Everything's great. They get the call from the French.
Yeah.
And then the French are like, have
We
you
got
taken
one
your
too."
mail down yet? And they're
Yeah.
like, what do you mean our mail? And they're like, well, we're still having trouble with ours.
yeah. Plus, I mean, John would know more than me, but in most of those scenarios where it's all predicated on one person of that gender to do the reproducing, typically when you lose that one person, somebody else
steps
changes
in.
sex. Yeah.
There's in
Bees and stuff.
other, well, even in some other vertebrate like amphibians and reptiles.
Yeah.
Definitely with fish. Some amphibians. I'm not sure if
They
any.
already did it in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any scientific record of reptiles actually changing gender, but they can perform something called parthenogenesis, which is where they produce eggs, but they're all clones of themselves. They're all female.
I think there's even fish that like start life as females and then become male later on for a period, just
Yes.
as like how they age. Like there's a lot of ways around, you kill the one male and you kill them all.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're jumping ahead a little here, but like that. One of my thoughts at the end of this movie was also, okay, you stop them from reproducing, but there's still a ton of them
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, you're not going to last long enough to see them die out from just natural causes.
Yeah.
And that's assuming they don't have a horrible long lifespan like traditional mythical dragons often do.
Or they just go back to sleep.
Well,
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Rob,
Yes.
Would you like this movie any better if, when we do see the one male and all of the females later on in the movie, if you do get to see a mass insemination, like the dragon just flies by, just does a strafing run?
Like it's like the end of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
It's like that part in Jurassic Park where it sneezes, but it's not sneeze goo.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
other
Yeah.
goo.
I would have enjoyed that more, especially if Gerard Butler like got it dumped on him, like at the end of Ghostbusters, and he just goes, "I love this time."
It's like a Nickelodeon.
I'm not gonna
stunt
lie.
arena.
When we see the London skyline, that I kind of thought that was gonna happen, because they're all the females. I was just expecting him to fly by and just.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what.
I don't know how it works.
Is
but
that what
hey,
happened at the beginning when the kid got?
maybe.
That's not
Is he
frosting.
pregnant?
His eyes looked like he was hotboxing his car on the way over.
So, no. That's the first thing it did when it woke up.
Got to rub one out real quick.
Okay, so now
Sometimes.
Van Zant's like, check it out. We're going to go to London. We're going to kill this one bull. We're going to save the whole world.
Yep.
Quinn's like, check it out. I am a coward. Your plan's not going to work. You're going to lead the dragons back here. Also, my mom died in London, so I don't want to go there. And he's like, so get out of here. And Van Zant's like, okay, well, I'm going to need some of your men.
Yeah, check it out. Here's the other thing. When I said refuel, I mean take your people.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to send waves of people to die.
Yep.
That's
I'm
what I do.
Totally Zap Brannigan.
Yeah.
I need more meat missiles.
It is the cowardly versus the moronic.
Yeah.
These are the
So-
worst people to lead anyone.
So now, like,
Glad they put it in charge of a 12-year-old.
Ed and his cronies that survived the tomato killing fields volunteer to go with Van Zandt. And then Van Zandt's like, that's it? Just 4 people? Well, that's the end of volunteering. It's draft time. Take the 6 strongest guys and we're getting out of here. And then Quinn, summons up his courage and just barrels straight at a oiled up, shirtless Van Zandt. Matthew
He's not
McConaughey.
shirtless yet.
Well, but he very
ditches
quickly.
that very
That's
quickly.
yeah.
That's his first priority.
That's first
Yeah,
move in the
well,
fight.
even
That's
before
He sheds that
self-defense.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
fast.
he's harder to get a
Yeah.
hold of.
Are you ready for war, Balake?
It was
And-
then
I'm for
he
real.
knew he fucked up.
This fight is back and forth for like 5 seconds, and then it's like 2 minutes of McConaughey just beating his ass. And you see him, and you're just like, why would you have even thought to try that?
Dude looks like fucking Kratos from
Yeah.
From what I read, a lot of those blows were real,
Yeah.
especially the headbutt.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Well, yeah, because Christian Bale would just be like, yeah, just whoop my ass. That's fine.
I mean, yeah, like Christian Bale probably would. He's a psychopath too, but
Yeah.
like he's just
They're in it.
Yeah.
different level.
He's willing to suffer for his art.
He's an American psycho.
So Alex is like, here's a bottle of iodine to cure your ails.
Don't drink it all at once.
Yeah. I'm going to poke your bloody lip and then leave.
What the hell was that?
Yeah. And then,
Oh, she was thinking about licking it, but she was
He's
like,
like,
nah.
I would kiss you, but you look like you got the herpes right
That's
now.
what romance looks like to a guy who thinks up movies about dragons.
then,
Yeah, I'm gonna kiss you. I just need to wipe this. Oh, it's kind of sticky. All right,
Yeah,
never
that's
mind.
gross.
no, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have herpes. I got tested recently. No, it's like you fought Van Zandt. You got herpes.
he headbutted you in the face. You had herpes now.
You got it now.
He's gonna bleed regardless of whether or not you punch him. You've got it.
When you take a shower tonight, you're gonna find the bite marks. You may not have realized, but
Have you seen? I don't know if you know, but he was in another movie called Dallas Buyers Club. It's same character. Just no, never mind.
So
he's a clicker.
we get what I think is probably my saddest moment of the movie, where he's standing on a tower watching a helicopter that's clearly not there, just fly sad. Like
Yeah.
It takes off with like a droopy head, and it's like, oh.
No, I
looking
think
at
it's
him.
like I think it's nodding to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it's,
Yeah.
it's
And you're
her
like-
saying goodbye.
this is clearly a CGI'd helicopter, because that would be super dangerous to do IRL. Also, the helicopter's just going like,
Well, that's fine. It's not like
Yeah.
we're doing the Twilight Zone movie or anything.
yeah. So I'm just like that. That was sad to watch.
Yeah,
And
it was
she-
the only time I think I've ever seen a emoting helicopter.
Yeah. And honestly, it's the most emotional performance from the movie, other than McConaughey screaming.
But I mean, the second saddest part of the movie is just the entire rest of the time with Christian Bale.
So,
Pretty much.
yeah. Now the kid who I've heard him as Liam, Jerry, Jared, and Jack.
Yeah, well,
I think just each time Christian Bale just gives him a name and they go with
That's
it.
why he wanted to leave.
Yeah.
He's like,
This was
Liam was he was the little one that
Yeah.
wanted to sleep in the bedroom with him.
this was the inspiration from Jerry from Parks and Rec. It's just we're not gonna bother learn his name. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever.
All right, so this kid's like, I'm going to go be an archangel. I saw what happened to them.
yeah, I want that.
I want that.
Sign me up, bruh.
To be fair, living in this world,
Yeah.
getting launched at the ground at 1,000 miles an hour, I'm kind of cool with
It's
that
like,
too.
honestly, I'd rather have velocity cave my entire body inside out than end up like a coward like you.
So, then Quinn goes to like pull a dragon egg out of the dragon, and I thought he was gonna burn it, but he's like spreading it around the tomato field, and then the kid comes back, and you're like, oh, okay, that doesn't have any emotional impact.
I thought I got rid of you.
Then we see,
I honestly thought it was a flashback. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was like,
then we see the military convoy here. It arrives at London, and it arrives right into a perfectly placed like trap of. Like, not an intentional trap, but it's like this road is a dead end that's blocked off on 3 sides. And then.
It was implied that the dragon moved all the shit
Yeah.
in the way to...
It's again never stated, but at this point, I believe the dragon carved no exit
Yeah.
to the sign. Because he is smarter than all these motherfuckers.
Yeah. So,
just a dragon and a bunch of velociraptors.
Seriously.
yeah, the dragon just destroys this convoy in like no time. Just like.
One
vomits
sweep
some
over
fire.
and boom.
Yeah. And he is a big motherfucker. He's
yeah.
he's a big boy dragon. And then he's like, well, I don't like convoys coming to my town, so I'm going to go back to the castle and file a complaint. Alex comes back, picks up Van Zandt, and there's like a guy or two maybe that survived that just get kind of edited out of the film. And then back at the castle, the dragon just kills everyone. Just flies over, breathes fire in the whole castle.
It basically treats the castle like a pipe bomb, and it is the explosive.
Well, it vomits in it like a frat boy that's had too much. Like, like it's a toilet. Just like,
But there's no real explanation as to how or why it knew to do that.
well, it was probably like, I'll go attack that castle sometime. I don't
smell
know.
cowardice.
And then then it's like, oh well, they sent some people. I guess that's the only
But
thing.
that's
yeah,
the
I
thing.
don't
Like again, it's never stated, but like, I guess we're to believe the bull dragon at least, if not the others, probably the others. Just smelled Matthew McConaughey's stink lines
Yeah.
going back to the castle.
Yeah, I mean, it smelled that funk like
Yeah.
as a trail.
That
Sure.
musk.
Yeah.
Well, the weirdest thing is that presumably Matthew McConaughey was on his way back to the castle, so the male
Yeah,
dragon
but
would
it
have
still
had to
wouldn't-
fly like past them
yeah.
to get there first.
yeah.
What if it first found the kid going back to the castle, and he's like, all right, that's where they're coming from. Where was he going? I mean, that's where he's headed. Where did he come from? Oh, there's that convoy. Let me kill them real
Let
quick.
me make a. Let me,
Then I'll go back to the
let me
castle.
move all this shit in the way. Let me carve
Yeah.
6 into this sign.
Um,
No exit.
So now, what should we call it? We're back at the castle. He's burning everything. The kids get in the basement. We get some rescue time with McCready and Quinn. Then McCready's like, "I'm going back up there. It's my time to die."
Yeah.
And he
for
lasts
something?
3 seconds when he
was he even
steps
going
outside
up
the
there?
door.
Because there was like 60 people
Yeah.
that were still up in the castle that didn't make
They
it
just got the kids
down to the catacombs.
They're dead.
and sure enough, they are.
Yeah.
And so's Crady.
Well, I also love, yeah, he literally like takes 2 steps or 3, gets onto that 3rd step, and we see like the fire start to come, and he has a moment to look back and be like, "Mother," and like doesn't try to jump or move or spray the fire.
Well, I believe he closes the door.
Well, no, the backdraft closed the door.
The door just closes.
Okay.
He was about to like try to jump through the door, and the blast wave shut it in front of him.
Either way, if you look at the outside, what's going on? The dragon's just like, all right, I burned that pretty good. And he's like, oh, I hear a Gerard Butler.
One more for the road.
Yeah, once they open the door, you can see a burned outline like the Noid. Just like,
Yeah, I think he was like, you know what? I think it's the best when I'm eating this kind of ash. I want to make sure the butter melts into every nook and crannies. Got to get all the stairwells.
The butler melts into every.
I'll show you how to
So-
train your dragon.
They then pray the dragon away.
Yes.
And fucking Quinn at this point realizes, like, this prayer sucks. I suck.
It's not even a prayer. It's just,
Well, he refers to it earlier. He
It's a
says, like, we pray.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's literally just duck and cover.
Well, I think it's part of why it's a prayer. It's just like,
Yeah.
God, I hope nothing happens.
So Van Zant comes back, lets them out of the basement, and is like, yeah, you were right. I got, like, some of your people and all of my people killed. And so Quinn's like, okay, I got this gun. It's just going to be me, you, and Alex. We're going to go to London and hunt this bull. Jerry, you're in charge now.
Sure.
Have good luck with those 2 like military guys that are with you.
Right. They're not fit to lead.
I think I got this, sir.
You gotta stop them from trying to restart the population with all the young girls that are we're leaving
God.
you in charge of.
Oh, no. God, what?
I mean, he's not wrong.
Really?
Kind of.
Maybe
I
this
mean,
explains
This
why
is-
the humans are so dumb.
this is a 28 days later situation.
It's not that Jared.
We don't know.
That's true.
We don't know.
No, if it was that Jared, then Quinn would not leave him in charge. Okay, so now
See my big pants?
I don't know how much fuel this helicopter has, but they fly
much as
to
they
the
need.
coastline and then
Way
down the
too
coastline to the
it's,
Thames.
it's actually Airwolf, so
Yeah.
it has as much fuel as it needs.
Then
So-
up the Thames to London, and they get out by Parliament, and we see there's hundreds of dragons hanging out on Parliament.
All right, no lie.
Yeah,
If this was a level in a video game,
yeah,
wouldn't that be a cool place to?
yeah.
You know, your dragons all over the place. You know, you got some kind of a mission to do.
Yeah, have a boss fight on Big Ben.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
video game this ain't.
No.
So,
My problem is not with the setting, if that's what you're getting at.
so there's like hundreds
I'm
of
looking for anything that's good.
lady dragons hanging out on Parliament, and then this one big guy shows up and eats one of them. So the hundreds of ladies are, well, fuck you, date night's over. It's girls' night out now. We're going away. So they're like, good. So now we outnumber it 3-1, and they use underground passages and whatnot that Quinn would know about because he was his mom was a miner, and they sneak over.
Was that Jared?
Yeah. So now we
She
see
was a minor so much as she was like
the mine boss or
doing-
whatever.
Well, they were like making like tunnels under London for like
Rail
She
Well,
was
tunneler,
involved-
but
She was involved in excavation of
engineer.
some manner.
yeah. So
She was a bitch, according to that one guy.
yeah, that one guy did call her a bitch.
Did not like her.
No. So he finds the cage where his mom died, and like he's emoting something, and freaking Van Zant's like, use it. And then they climb up this ladder, and then they got explosive arrows.
Could you imagine if he misunderstood him and he just tried to get into the elevator and he's like,
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
no, it doesn't work.
Honestly, wouldn't surprise me at this point.
20 years ago.
Yeah. You had to climb out of this then.
Literally fucked to death by the dragon we're trying to kill. So now the plan is like we're gonna split up and we're gonna fire explosive arrows into this thing's chest. And like Van Zant's like, I'm going to climb up on this tower where I'm really exposed, and I'm going to have Alex run and lead it to me. And he fires his arrow, and it explodes kind of near the dragon and makes some smoke.
I think it hits it.
It
Yeah.
moves it a bit.
This was another one after reading some of the research stuff that just kind of made me sad. No, because like they put a lot of work and energy, and they like apparently went looking for like meat bits to set on fire to see how things would burn and everything, and put a lot of detail into how this dragon got burnt. I didn't see any of that shit in this movie because
No.
it's all so quick.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, I'm like, you have these explosive arrows you could fire out of a crossbow, like put them in a grenade launcher, and you're, I don't know.
For that
Anyway,
matter, what happened to that harpoon gun?
Yeah. Well, I guess you're not carrying that with you, but put it on the helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly it is that he does, but he like partially gets it, so it doesn't kill the dragon, but the dragon is like emitting smoke now instead
Yep.
of fire.
So he just grabs the battle. Oh, go ahead.
Well, just the idea is, I guess, before the dragon shoots its fire, it exposes its belly, which I think they think is supposed to be the weakest part or
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
So he does hit it, but it's not enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So it
but
burns
it
him,
is-
and he's injured.
but it is emitting a giant ass smoke trail.
So now Van Zant's exposed. He grabs his cool battle axe, yells for Sovngarde, and just jumps off this fucking thing.
Sure.
'Cause he's done. So the
Sure.
dragon just eats him right out of the sky.
Yeah, I was like, I saw that and I was like, is he going to try and behead it in midair? And then
think
the
so.
dragon just swallows, and I'm like, what was the goal here?
Yeah, that would have been one of those times where it would have been okay to throw the axe.
Yeah.
You know, I criticize when you throw the axe. That's a time you could throw the axe.
Yeah.
And useless coward Quinn.
Yep.
Like if
I guess I have to kill it.
like if Lenny had a
Oh, more than that.
if Lenny had a frog in his front coverall pocket, this guy drops the friggin' explosive arrows somewhere on the streets of London.
Yeah, cause they make this plan. They're like, we got to split up so we can, cause it's not to have nowhere to focus. So it has to attack here, has to attack there, whatever. So I'm gonna attack it from over there. Here's your explosive arrow. It's very important. In about 8 minutes, you fire this at it just before it fires at you.
Camera pans away. Camera pans back. He's got it in his mouth.
Might as well be, because he then runs across the courtyard and immediately is like, wait, where are my keys? Where are my keys? Oh shit, I dropped them.
I dropped everything. But ultimately, like, Alex comes out and shoots an assault rifle at this thing for a little while, and then
she needed to buy it time
To
to
find
load his-
the
Yeah.
thing, not just load,
find the thing, and then load his crossbow.
And then,
Fucking moron.
and then Velcro his shoes back on.
Yeah. Ultimately, what this proves is the dragon should have won.
Yes.
well, the dragon was not taking this seriously, and then he opens his mouth to breathe some fire, but he gets an explosive arrow down the gullet, and even then you're like, could his head fucking explode? Could we do something? Like, you could still do that and make it PG-13, but he's just like, oh, I'm dead. Ugh.
Well, he exploded.
Internally.
There was an explosion.
Yeah. But this should have been it's raining guts and gore all over everything.
been
I want like a
time.
Jaws,
Yeah.
like, smile, you son of a bitch.
Should have been like that time where they tried to blow up a rotting whale carcass with TNT.
Yes.
That's
That they
what
used
should
a
have
little
happened.
bit more explosive. Yeah, it's just raining dragon everywhere. All right, so now we cut to the future. They're building a radio tower. They get contact with the French. He's put fucking Jared in charge because he's that
Still.
like, is he that afraid of like
Yes.
ruling people?
He's just
Like,
afraid. He's just
Or
afraid.
Yeah.
something.
so he's like, I'm gonna hold hands with Alex. Jared, you're like 14.
Yeah. Deal with it.
Go reestablish Britain on the national stage.
Yeah. Also, do it with the French when you don't speak French, which is why you came here in the first place.
But I'm 14. What if I get a boner?
It's like, that's fine. I always do.
I'm telling you, I swear,
not been
as
hard
soon
in
as he's like,
years.
"You're the one in charge now. Take care of them. We'll be back later." And like he runs off. I wanted to just see the shot of them like a mile away, and you see the huge explosion in the mushroom cloud in the background or whatever. I'm sorry, sir.
So,
I
Reign of
did
Fire.
my best.
Rain of Fire.
Fur.
Went down, down, down. The Rotten Tomatoes went higher, but probably not.
Yeah, not that high. So yeah, on RottenTomatoes.com, critics gave this a score of 41%. Audience gave this a score of 49%.
Honestly, I think that's about right.
Really? Okay.
Rob.
I mean, I don't know if I'd go 49%. Like, it's not a good movie, but it's like...
It's an F.
It's, like I said, it's not a good movie. But, like, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Like, it was, in the end, ultimately, it was just a nothing. It was just empty calories of a movie. And as someone who enjoys empty calories in all forms, movies and otherwise, you know, I'm really genuinely on the fence about whether or not to recommend this.
Really?
I really am. Again, it's not a good movie.
No, that's fine. I just point out you question the number, but you're talking about how you're really on the fence for it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
at a
true.
49,
That's
which is
true.
just tipping
You know?
on the edge of the fence.
Well,
you know?
it still needs 11 points to get out of F.
There might be some wisdom in your words there, Rabbit. I guess ultimately, I really can't decide whether or not I want to tell people they should bother.
I think that means you would not recommend it.
I guess, but it's like it's inoffensive. It's just like a whatever. If you want to watch a dumb action movie, this falls into that. There are better ones out there, but like it's like
I believe we had opened it up to the acceptable category.
acceptable. Sure.
Yeah, it's you wouldn't really recommend it, but you're not telling people to stay away.
Yeah.
from
Don't.
it.
Yeah. It's whatever. I'll go with that.
All right. Joe.
Straight up F. Not a challenge.
We didn't have a good time. I enjoyed
so-
laughing.
It's not badly made in the sense that like it's competently shot and edited and whatnot, but like the script is so bad. Like this is a movie that like from the premise that was laid out, it never should have been made. But even then, like making it, this movie does nothing fast, which is hard to accomplish because like a lot of things, I can't tell you what they are without my notes because it feels like nothing happens in this movie, but we do a lot of nothing. And like, I don't like any of the characters. I don't like almost anything that happens in the film. You showed me a chieftain tank. You didn't do anything with it. That's a problem.
You're just
You
mad.
balls
You're
them
just
on the
mad they
dumb-
didn't
Yeah.
fire the tank.
I mean, if you put the tank in the movie,
That's true.
fire the tank gun. It doesn't have to work, but like do something.
Man's got a point.
Yeah, but then like I want to see dragon movie. Can we do something cool with dragons? No, like we don't even get dragons that much in the movie about a world conquered by dragons. We get a sad helicopter, a cowardly main character. Honestly, Crazy McConaughey's like the best thing in this movie, and I still hate him. It just sucks. Like it's not deep in F territory. It's not a critical fail, but it's not good. And it's one of those things like this easily could have been better. But no, it's just I'm mad because of you brought in the tank. Well, and you bring in dragons, like do something cool with dragons. Don't it's in post.
Gave you blue balls.
Yeah, it's in post-apocalyptic, which is my favorite setting.
Yep.
You got dragons, which are cool. But you don't do anything. I don't know. It just makes me mad. So yeah, it's an F.
I think
Would not
Joe
recommend.
actually. Sorry. I think Joe actually pinpointed it. I enjoyed hating all the characters.
Okay.
I'd recommend Dragonheart over this movie.
Oh my god!
And I don't like that movie either.
Yeah, I can't really argue
I
with
think
that.
you might have to watch Dragonheart again.
Dragonheart stuff happens.
Yeah, but
it sucks, but it
feels so much longer, at least to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, like, that's Sean Connery
At
dragon
least
versus...
Sean Connery says shit.
That's
Yeah.
What if Sean Connery voiced the dragon?
If it was just him going, rawr.
And honestly, I don't...
in my belly.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough listeners to make this a thing, but if anyone wants to splice together like a trailer for this movie with, the main characters fighting off Draco from...
Oh gosh.
Just
Yeah,
imagine that
Dragonheart.
part where the doctor
that
from
AI?
Deep Space Nine is looking out the window and he sees the dragon head there, and it's Sean Connery trying to make his argument for when it's okay to hit a woman. And then, like, Dr. Bashir's like, what? And then the dragon's like,
Only with an open hand.
yeah.
Never a closed.
When you've given her the last word, and she will not be good with the last word.
I was thinking more
know-
like them looking through the scope or whatever, and like, oh my god, and then you just see the la 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 la, la and then blah.
Now that's an interesting angle that could have been added to this movie.
Slapping women.
Yeah, just all of that. That could have been added to this movie to explain how the dragons won if they had some kind of illusion effect where they could make you
Like
see
displacer
something different.
beasts?
Well, not even so much that, just like make you see something different, and then all of a sudden there's a dragon.
Yeah, Draco
so
did
it's
turn
too
into
late.
a rock.
It took a while to realize that whenever you saw Sean Connery, it was actually a dragon.
Yeah, exactly.
And by that point, it was too late.
Yeah, exactly. That's 100%.
So yeah, since you're talking, would you recommend this movie?
So I liked the way it looked. I liked the setting. I thought the dragons looked cool. But yeah, I didn't really care about the rest of it. The humans generally seemed like they weren't very creative about survival.
To be fair, that's 90% population.
Yeah, but like in 20 years, only those are the ones that survived. Like you would expect the ones that are good at survival to have survived.
Have you looked around?
Well, no, that's what I mean. Is that the ones who are good at survival
Should be better than
exactly
this.
right, and we're seeing these. So the premise didn't make any sense. I would honestly be okay with this if it was a video game, mostly because it would be a cool world to run around in.
Make a cool video game.
But the plot,
Because in a
Just-
video game, not having a plot and just running around attacking things is kind of the idea.
yeah, and it's a cool world and
be a
cool
great
level.
VR
Like
game.
I'd enjoy that. But yeah, I like that idea of what if the dragons all had some kind of like telepathic illusion creating thing, and if they added that to the mythos of this world that they've built, okay, I could start, and that could actually make some really interesting suspense moments. It's like, is that actually Quinn, or is that a dragon making me think that I'm seeing Quinn? But they didn't do that, so nah, I wouldn't recommend it. Dragons, John.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love me some dragons, but like,
Would you recommend this as a movie? And then on your scale of dragon movies, where would this fall?
I might give it the barest of recommends, just because I'm pretty much with Rob on this one, where I didn't find it bad. Like, it wasn't good, but it didn't hurt my feelings in any real way. Do I love it? Not really. And I was excited when it first came out. I was like, oh, this is gonna be amazing. I had pretty much the same reaction then. I was like, oh, okay.
Disappoint.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not terrible, but I wouldn't go out of your way to see it unless you really see CGI dragons, in which case there are better ones at this point.
2002 CGI dragons too.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe just the lightest of
Okay.
And on the scale of your dragon movies,
no, this is nowhere near.
Well, maybe we should save that for a mini or something. Yeah. I was leaning towards no, damn it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go like not recommend, because it also didn't hurt my feelings, and it's not the worst movie we've ever seen for sure. But especially hearing Joe kind of go over some of this, it did remind me not just the Chekhov's cannon tank, but the biggest thing is we spent so much of this movie being like, oh, dragons took over everything. Dragons are terrible. And then we see the dragons and both of them die in the quickest, lamest ways. That's so disappointing. Like, and those are the only 2 dragons they take down that we see, at least. So, fuck, what are we doing? Like, it's just pointless. So yeah, not offensive by any means, but like, there's just not much here to latch on to. So.
Wait a minute.
What?
We didn't watch all the way through. Maybe there's a post-credit scene?
I did.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I watched.
Yeah.
Joe couldn't hear what was happening. Maybe there's a post-credit scene.
Would you like to tell them how we cut back to the Madison Square Garden, and there's the 1 egg left over, and it clocks out, and then we get Puff Daddy saying,
What? Oh, yeah. What if there's a post-credit scene where Matthew McConaughey and the dragon were doing like a dragon heart all along? They were just faking it.
and Quinn blew him up by mistake.
Yeah. Well, no, he's fine. He's actually fine.
He eats C4 arrows for breakfast.
Yeah, if he survived getting eaten by the dragon, he sure didn't survive that arrow.
Rules of fake eating.
Oh, okay. So where'd he
Not
go?
Quinn, Matthew McConaughey. Where'd he
Oh,
go?
well, maybe the arrows weren't. They were just smoke arrows to begin with.
Yeah, like the
Okay.
dragon just like picked him up and put him down somewhere, and
Okay.
then went, "Oh, you got me," and pretended to die.
And then what?
Money.
Profit.
All right.
Don't ask about
So-
step 2.
Then the villagers all started going, meat,
Yeah.
meat. And they were like, oh shit, we got to get out of here.
See,
So-
wouldn't you rather watch Dragonheart?
Ultimately, ultimately, this movie did not pass our test. So, since we sadly cannot actually recommend people watch this fake movie we've been creating as we go, I'm gonna say we're gonna recommend Dragonheart.
Oh God.
Well, he said, honestly, I would rather watch the original Dungeons and Dragons than this.
Oh no!
At
Now
least-
you've gone too far.
At
Joe.
least that one is fun to watch it fail.
What about
No.
Dragon Slayer?
I'd watch Dragon Slayer over this easily.
I haven't watched.
If I roll a-
I haven't seen that
If I
movie
roll a
in
20,
30
you're watching
years.
it.
Yeah, that's a problem. I want to say yes, but I haven't seen that since
Let's
God knows when. So
let's go ahead and close the casket on Reign of Fire.
Well,
And,
what
that's
would we recommend? Like
Are you?
a movie with a dragon in it.
I recommend.
I veto Dungeons and
How to
Dragons.
Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Your
watch-
Dragon.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
no,
that's always the go.
Yeah, there you go. Watch How to Train Your Dragon, or
Yeah.
get yourself a nice, fresh, clean sheet of paper and draw a dragon.
You should
Watch some Homestar.
Yeah,
Runner.
it's draw Trogdor.
Draw
if you can.
Trogdor.
Draw very well.
Consummate V's.
That's always what I make if we're doing an art project.
Yeah.
The S is for sucks.
Still, I'm putting in officially How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So-
Let's find out what's next.
Beep.
Who is going
Who
to
is going?
roll?
No, I think it's
No.
me.
Yeah.
Who rolled this one?
I think he did.
I
this
have
one.
Joe did or John did this one.
I would remember if I rolled Rain of Fire.
That's a hard no to say no to.
Do, 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 do.
I feel like the person who rolled this was either Tony or Rob.
Oh no! I guess this is John. I'm sorry, my
Well, because
mistake.
I rolled a 1 and
You
Rob
rolled
rolled a
this.
1.
I rolled it?
Yes, yes, you did.
Oh.
So it's John.
It is John.
Huh.
Well, maybe we'll watch Dragon Slayer.
Oh God.
Last time I rolled
Roll your baby. What could possibly go wrong?
That's a 20.
There you go.
Yes!
All right, so looks like next episode is gonna be Dragon Slayer.
Is that that official?
You don't get a Tony very often.
No, John does.
Well, yes.
Here,
I think that might be the first one.
No, you like walked in here the first roll, roll
Oh,
a
that's right.
20.
I made you guys watch
the
13th Warrior.
Yeah.
Do we want to nail it down right this minute, or do we want to?
Usually we pick
That's
that.
usually how we do it. Yeah.
I haven't really thought too hard about 20s. So I guess I made the brag. We'll follow it up.
Dragon Slayer then? All right. Dragon Slayer with Peter. What's his face?
Steele.
Not Dinklage. Not Dinklage.
Peter
Steele.
Nickel. Or
McNichol.
Peter Steele, yeah. Just not giving one shit about the dragon. Brutal.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. We really do appreciate it. Join us next time for Dragon Slayer. The Dragoning 2 continues. Dragons!
Like,
Roar.
Bye,
I'm
everybody.
going to go dig deep and dig hard. Never
RuPaul's
looked back.
Dragon Race.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, that would be pretty cool if it was just people dressing like dragons. But like real fashionable dragons.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, judges grading them.
All right, this time for real. Bye. Hey everybody, thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe, and if possible, leave a review. If you have questions, comments, or would like to sponsor an episode, email us at the4ampodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to support the show, you can buy a t-shirt, hoodie, and more at Teespring. Or gain access to exclusive content by becoming a patron at patreon.com/4ampodcast. Thanks again for listening. See you next time.